Hi, welcome back to another 5 Minute First Impressions. I'm Anthony Malik, and this is reviewyour.website, and we're reviewing dennisbrodsky.me. And before we get on to that, I'd just like to say this is the last of the free reviews going on today. We did it as part of a Reddit thread, and we do this fairly often. And if you'd like to get involved in that and get a free review, which is worth €10, you can sign up to our mailing list. It's at the bottom of our website, all the way down here. Past our testimonials, and add your email there, and we'll let you know when these threads are coming up. So without further ado, let's use my secret hidden button and go to dennisbrodsky.me. I haven't seen a .me website in quite a while, and I have to say I was expecting it to be very amateur and kind of crap looking, to be honest. A little bit I don't know, GeoCity style, but here we go, and it actually looks quite well, loaded very nicely, and I like your graphics going on. Whoa. Okay, whatever's happening here, she looks, for some reason it makes her look very fat. I don't know why. Obviously she's a model, but whatever the cropping going on there. Okay, let's get down to brass tacks here. So your graphics, even though they're kind of pastel colors and they're flat, they're taken away from your content. Now, they are quite nice, I have to say, but it just feels like the edge of this notepad and this pencil are just encroaching a little bit much. However, your content does, I love the design here going on. That I like this horizontal rule matching perfectly with your header and your left alignment here in the blocks. It's very kind of, I don't know, it's almost Swiss in the kind of design style. I do quite like it. What I don't like straight away is the fact that your resume is on the left here and your blog is on the right. And it's almost like if I saw one, and in fact I did, when I loaded the website first, I saw, I think I saw a blog, and I wasn't aware resume was there until just there. So put them together. No need to break the norms that everybody else uses. But of course that's just my opinion. So let's move on. This grey line at the top is interesting. It makes me feel like there's more content up there that I want to scroll to. Let's go down. I don't think I'm going to have time to read all of this. Your general front-end developer currently residing in Montreal, where the weather is customarily cold. In fact, oh, that's interesting. I like that. That's a nice little touch. Your passion resides in design. Okay, blah, blah, let's go down. Okay, I get what you're doing. You're currently working as a front-end developer at Lightspeed POS. That's very interesting, because one of the projects I've worked on is a competing product called CashThing.com. Cash-thing.com. Let's not work. Let's not go throwing things in here. Anyway, let's go down. So that's really nice. Okay, we're going down here a little bit more. This is a very strange angle to have your picture at. I mean, I see what you're using. You're using the image to show it on the thing, but it's strange, I think. Also, this icon has nothing to do with anything else. Okay, it's the icon of this, but it's not tied together. It's not obvious straight away. It just looks cluttered, and this notepad again is breaking the line here, and it makes everything feel cluttered. I feel like I'm on your desk, and your desk is messy. You do have some nice text going on here. The animation in line there is very nice, although it doesn't look like it's not perfectly aligned to the text. That's kind of throwing me off. I may maybe get rid of the right margin on the image, just so the margin here matches possibly, and you could get more space on the left of it, because there already is this big white space over here. You don't need the pad, over this side. You don't need the padding on the graphic. Also, your blog here is aligning directly with this line, which isn't right. It just doesn't fit, and your image overlaps it, or the background of your button overlaps that, so that needs to be fixed. This here is very interesting, eye-catching. Let's move on. We don't have a huge amount of time left. Very eye-catching, I think, but it's not showing me anything in particular. I'd have to read it to understand it. Form, end form. Are you trying to do a form, or are these just oh, okay, example forms? All right. People that aren't into tech, building websites, aren't really going to understand that. Forms, and you can see more stuff going on here. So your resume again, I saw the blog earlier on, and this goes back to my point earlier on of these buttons are separate, that your resume is overlining this line on the left. A robot, pictures. You're talking about having great forms. This isn't a great form, but I hope Just finishing off the review here, sorry, of DennisBrodsky.me. You're talking about having you talk about your forms up here, and then you have your contact form at the bottom, and I see where you're going here. You're going for this kind of faux flat, but there's a number of issues, I think. First of all, I'm not a big fan of not having borders all the way around an input text area. I know okay, I see where you're going with the modern style. You know, you're trying to make it just look flat, or you're trying to make it blend into or sit back, I guess. But you've got a number of elements that are working against each other. First of all, the drop shadow here is making it try to sit out, and then without having any border on the right, you're making it sit back, and they're just the contrast is too much. They're kind of fighting each other. Secondly, your drop shadows don't actually match your borders, so they're not matching what in my mind would be the shape of the content going on here. So we have this I don't know if we can, maybe I can zoom in and it might be able to show me. Yeah, okay, it's a little bit easier to see. I'll go in even more. So we have a kind of angle going on here, which is obviously part of the form. That's the way the borders meet. But then our drop shadow isn't at an angle, and that it just, there's something, I don't know, like, is there meant to be something here in this area which is casting shadow, or is there not, which is what you're trying to show us by not having the border here, which is just throwing me off a little. And then it doesn't match your button as well. It is slightly different. Otherwise, I think it's interesting, and you've got kind of contrasting things going on here, or not contrasting, but they're not the same, so that when you click full name, animation is really nice that it pops over to the left there, but message doesn't do the same thing. Why wouldn't that do the same thing? Other than that though, I think it's a really nice design. And your buttons down here, this text is too thin, that it's I can't actually see it on my screen. I would make it a little bit thicker, and your buttons down here are really nice. I think I really like that footer. So yeah, I hope this was useful, and I'll chat to you again.